Hello, welcome back to another episode, the 11th episode, the Australian Sport Edition show presented by the PJ Show. This episode, what a weekend of sport right here in Australia. What's on the Australian Sport Edition show, NRL, NBL 1, Suncorp Netball Super competition, and we have not shared in such a long time the A-League competition, which is Australia New Zealand. So let's begin. Let's start with the NRL as we enter round 9 for the NRL on Friday, May 2nd. We have 2 games to share. First game is the Sharks and the Eels, and then we will share the Roosters and the Dolphins. We congratulations to the Sharks for beating the Eels 28-18. Well done to the Roosters, to the Dolphins 36-20, 36-26. We have 3 games on the 3rd of May. Super Saturday. The first game is the Robots versus the Knights. The Knights taking the strong win over the Robots. We have the second game, Warriors versus Cowboys, which well done to the Warriors, holding a big win 30-26. In the final game, West Tigers take on the Dragons, and West Tigers taking a 34-28 win. Final day of Super Sunday footy for NRL. First game is Tigers versus Bulldogs. Well done to the Bulldogs taking their win back on the road with a victory. It's a 38-18 win. Second game, Pandas versus Broncos. Pandas taking a win 32-8. Very strong victory there. And the third and final game for round 9 for the NRL, we have Storm versus Raiders. Well done to the Raiders taking a big win, taking it over a good quality side like Storm 20-18. Well done to the winners which are Sharks, Roosters, Knights, Warriors, West Tigers, Bulldogs, Pandas, and Raiders as well. We come now back and we get into round 10 NRL results. Let's get straight into that right now. Alright, so we do have the round 10 results, all 10 weeks already in. We have one on a Thursday night and double on a Friday night. So let's get straight to the Thursday on the 8th of May. The Eels take on the Dolphins. Well done to Dolphins, winning 20-16. Double header on a Friday. We have the Knights and the Titans, 24-20. Wins the goals to the Titans. Very nice bounce back victory to the Rabbits, 22-14 over the Broncos. We head into a couple of games up to 3 games for Saturday the 10th of May. We have the Bulldogs taking the victory 32-20 over the Raiders. We have the second game with a 1-point victory to the Night Warriors, taking a big Dragon to 14. They get defeated. So well done to Warriors, defeating the Dragons 15-14. We come to our first draw for the year with the Cowboys improving their skills to hoping to get a win, to taking the draw against the Pandas 30-all. We have the Storm taking a replying victory with the West Tigers taking some big wins in the last few weeks, and it was a 64-0 absolute thump. Big reply loss from the Storm, and I knew that was must win in front of their supporters. But well done to Storm with the win. And that was also on the 11th of May. We had a 2 game, and we had the final game with the Sharks taking the win over the Sea Eagles. So well done to the winners for round 10. We had the Dolphins taking the win with the Tigers 24. We have the winners Dolphins, Tigers, Rabbits, Bulldogs, Warriors. Which then we have in our draw was the Cowboys and the Pandas, Storm and Shark. Hope you enjoy your bye, Roosters. Okie dokie. Now, let's go in and have some fun with the NBL, as we are in nets. So it's round 6. Where has the time gone? And we got so much to cover in one hit. So let's get on to it with the women's competition, as we start with the Eastern Marriott take on West Adelaide Bearcats. This game was held at St. Clair Francis DSAIL Community Centre. West Adelaide Bearcats taking a big road trip, huge win, 101-48. We come up next. We have North Adelaide Rockets take on Forestville Eagles. which this was game was held at the Light Communities and Sports Centre with Forestville Eagles taking the win 72-55. Coming up next, we have Central District Lions versus Woodville Warriors. Woodville Warriors taking the win 84-76, and this game was held at Star Hex. Coming up next is the net for the women's competition. It's Seven Tigers taking Surf Savers. Well done to Surf Savers, taking them, just holding on, a 57-53 win. And we come to the final game for the women's competition in the central competition. We have the North Lanes take on South LA Pandas. South LA Pandas taking the win 82-65. This game was out at the RC Canberra Town. We come to the men's competition for NBL 1. Let's get strange one. Second the same games as the women's competition, but they came in the second game of like a double header. The women's go first and the men's. So that's how it always work with both teams, their clubs. So let's get strange with the first up with Eastern Marrick take on West LA Bearcats. West LA Bearcats taking a road win 94-75. Next up, we had North Adelaide Rockets, Forestville Eagles. The Forestville Eagles took the win 86-75. We come up next. It is Central District Lions take on Woodville Warriors. Central District Lions taking a big home victory 82-77 at the Starpex. Next up is Seven Tigers and Sturt Stavers, with Sturt Stavers taking a 99-92 victory. We come to the final game of the men's competition for the NBL 1, North Lanes and South LA Pandas, with South LA Pandas taking a 85-76 victory. And this game was also held at the ARC Cameron Town. There you have it, all done and dusted, but there's more to come. Round 7 results coming up your way. So it is North Adelaide Rocket, Eastern Marrick. I have chosen North Adelaide Rockets to win because they're playing well, and I think North Adelaide Rockets will do well at the Lights Community Centre. Where next come up is South Adelaide Pandas versus Forestville Eagles. I've chosen the Forestville Eagles to win as they do really well, and I think they'll do well at Mitcham Hart Sports Community Centre. Next up is Woodville Warriors versus Seven Tigers. I have chosen Woodville Warriors to choose this win as they do play well at St. Clair Restoration Centre. We have West Adelaide Bearcats versus Savers. I have chosen West Adelaide Bearcats to win because they do well, and they do well play at Port Adelaide Restoration Centre. And the final game for the women's competition I have chosen, we have the North Lanes and Central District Lions. I have chosen North Lanes to win this game, and this game is played at ARC Cameron Town. Alright, men's competition, I ain't going to share who I think is going to win. Woodville Warriors take on Seven Tigers. I've chosen Woodville Warriors as I think they'll take the win at St. Clair Restoration Centre. North LA Rockets, Eastern Marrick. I have chosen Eastern Marrick, and that should take the win from that disappointing loss at home. And this game will be played at the Light Community Sports and Centre. West LA Bearcats and Sturt Stavers, and this is at Port Adelaide Restoration Centre as well. And I've chosen Sturt Stavers to win this game. We have South Adelaide Pandas, Forestville Eagles comes up next. And I've also chose South Adelaide Pandas to take this win at Mitcham Park Sports Community Centre. And the final game of my reviews and thoughts for round 10. All the results coming up very, very soon. North Flames and Central District Lions. I have chosen North Flames to win this game, and this is at ARC Cameron Town. So there you have it. I'm now going to take in all the action with a win. Now it's time to show all round 10 results. results. Okie dokie, it's around 7 for the competition right here. There's been a little bit confusing for the NBL one. You absolutely most apologize. But on my screen right here is all the results. So if you hear whatever I chose, that's the official. But if I had chosen to share that was round 10 or 9 of the NBL one, I do apologize. That's a little confusing. But getting straight into round 7, so that's the correct round for the men's and women's NBL Mitsubishi NBL 1. So let's get straight into the first on my screen is North Adelaide Rockets, 80-62, big winners to North Adelaide Rockets, defeated Eastern Map. Next game up for the women's competition is South Adelaide Pandas versus Forestville Eagles, with Forestville Eagles taking the win. Next up, we have Woodville Warriors take on Southern Tigers. Woodville Warriors taking the win over Southern Tigers. And a 5-point victory over Search Stavers to West Adelaide Bearcats. Well done to Search Stavers with a win. Net on the agenda. We'll just go straight to the next and final women's game. Big victory, 109-81. North Lanes defeated Central District Lions. We get into the men's competition straight into it now with the Woodville Warriors taking a 94-69. Woodville Warriors 94, Southern Tigers 69. Well done on the win to Woodville Warriors. Now we come to North Adelaide Rockets defeated Eastern Marricks 92-77. We come to 2 more games. Actually, technically it's 3, but we'll get to that in a moment. Now we go to West Adelaide Bearcat. They get defeated. The Surf Sabres, big winners, 114-88. We come to South Adelaide and Forestville Eagles. Another big win, 96-83. And the final game, Central District Lions, 87-77 defeated North Flames on the North Flames home court at the IRC Kermantown. So well done to all those winners. That is all for now for NBL. Alright, that is all for now. Let's get straight back into the next sports, which is the final sport for today. On this episode of the Australian Sport Edition show, we have the Suncorp Super Netball competition, with all the results are coming your way right now for round 4. So what a competition so far. And wow, it's well done to all the winners I'm going to share here. And they've gone to a new level, 100% new level. There's been close games, not almost draws. And here we go. On the 3rd of May, we had 2 games to share. On the 4th of May, we do apologise of this. So let's get straight into it because this is big winners. And let's get straight deeply with the Giant Netball defeated Adelaide Thunderbirds 64-63. West Coast Fever versus Sunshine Coast Lightning. Big winners to West Coast Fever 68-66. We had the both Melbourne teams head to head. Now I chose Melbourne Merrick because they were in good spirit and I think they'll take the win. That was the Melbourne Vinix taking the win 67-59. And we had the final game. We had New South Wales Swiss take on Queensland Firebirds. New South Wales taking the win 71-63. So there you have it, all the winners right there. So I've got some reviews and thoughts about each game and I'll take in the results because all the results are completely done and dusted for this round on the what they called Netball Live. So you can go and get this app and 100% it is totally free. But let's get straight into it. Game 1, Queensland Firebirds take on the LA Thunderbirds. I've chosen Adelaide Thunderbirds. They take on the road for the second time and taking a good side of Queensland Firebirds. It won't be easy to travel to Queensland and should be a good game to watch and very entertainment. So I'm going with Adelaide Thunderbirds with this game. Second game, wow, it's in Perth. Very hard to travel to Perth at the RAC Arena. The other game was at Netball Arena, so all the winners that will share very, very shortly. But West Coast Fever do take on Melbourne Merricks, and it should be a good contest. Big winners to West Coast Fever on the road last week, and Melbourne Merrick got defeated against the other Melbourne team. I'm going with West Coast Fever. They're good in Perth. They're very hard in Perth. They play well in Perth, and all the supporters of the Fever will be right there. So it should be a good game, and I'm going West Coast Fever with this game in Game 2. Game 3, Sunshine Coast Lightning are taking on Giants Netball. This game should be an interesting tour. I'm going with the Giants Netball. And I think they've taken a big win against the LA Thunderbirds. I think in front of their home supporters they'll go. It won't be an easy trip, but I think it should be a good one. I have chosen Giants Netball to win this game. And the final game of the round for the Suncorp Super Netball competition, we had the New South Swiss take on the Melbourne Phoenix. Both teams on the winning list last round, but what should be the game of the round, and I personally think it was, and my goodness, now this should be a very interesting to look at for. So knowing that in my note I should know who I went for, so I think I went for New South Wales Switch, and 100% I did that before this round started, by the way. So I will share all the winners. The winners are being resolved. So here we go. So let's go down on my Okay, so alright, that's after round 5. So before we get into the ladder for overall on this point, I'm going to share now all the winners. So we had the Queensland Firebirds and the Adelaide Thunderbirds. Adelaide Thunderbirds taking a big road win. It wasn't easy. 62-53, a big winner there. West Coast Fever, 78-61, huge win. Big winners in netball, and that must big netball bonus shots. But I tell you, that wins big games. We come to the Suncoast Lightning. Fortunately, did not happen, but well done to the Lightning getting the win over the netball Giant netball. And the final game, I went with New South Wales Swiss, defeated Melbourne Phoenix. That was at Kent Rose Arena. My goodness, all games on KO Fox and Binge. Go and check it out, because my goodness, I'm now going to check the ladder. Now, I had it on my notes, so unfortunately I'm going to swap that part, and I'm going to look at on the app here. Here we go. Now there's been a little bit change in the ladder. I will look at this screen as well. So in 8th spot, we have the Giants Netball. In place is Melbourne Merricks. In 6th place is Melbourne Phoenix. Well done to Melbourne Phoenix. Queensland Firebirds comes in 5th place. West Coast Fever in 4th place. We have Sunshine Coast Lightning in 3rd place. And we just slip into that top 2 LA Thunderbirds in 1st place. And my goodness, in 1st place, in that, by difference, it's by 2 games. New South Wales Swiss in 1st place. Well done. After 5 weeks, 5 wins. So well done. We now come. It's all done. After 5 weeks, we have shared all our sports of such as we've got one sports to come. One more sport here on the Australian Sport Edition show we have not shared for such a long time, and we'll share that very soon. All the institutions, we saw all that for coming soon. But we done the netball, we done NRL, we done basketball, NBL 1. But we got a very special extra part. After 29 rounds later, we have the A-League. That's it, the A-League finals. We have done from the season. But before we get into it, of the first week of the finals, I'm going to share the overall ladder. Here we go. In 13th place, we welcome into Perth Glory, well done. 12th place, Brisbane Roar. 11th place, Wellington Phoenix. Central Coast Marriott in 10th place. Newcastle Jet in 9th place. 8th place is Farman in 8th place. In 7th place, Sydney FC. Top 6, this is big. LA United taking in 6th spot. In 5th place, we have Melbourne Victory with Western Sydney Warriors in 4th place. We come to the top 3. We have Western United. 2nd place, Melbourne City. And for the first time since joining the A-League, this is all about the A-League at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, the Auckland, the well done, making top spot, and maybe first time in history for a first new team to actually make the grand final. Well done. This is huge. Not for the A-League, not for the club, but for the competition to look out. So let's get straight into it. Wishing all the finalists. Let's get straight onto it. On the 9th of May. So this is going to be interesting to know that Western United take on LA United. The winner continues on. The loser's out. My thoughts are hoping to see LA United taking the win and play well. Western United, all the best as well, LA United. Let the best team win. On the 10th of May, Western Sydney Warriors versus the Melbourne United. The loser has one more chance and the winner goes one spot better in the grand final. So really clearly I'm going to go with Western Sydney Warriors. We might share the women's competition another time, ladies and gentlemen, but we will finish off with the A-League competition. And right here on the app, so you can download the app, free app, A-League, that's it. So League. So men's and women's competition are on here. We are going to find out all the results from these games. And this is huge. Some big upsets. And we'll find out who will be playing who in just a moment. But the first game was Western United. I've chosen LA United to take the win. Unfortunately, LA United got knocked out. Western United, well done on the win. We'll see who you verse very shortly. Western Sydney Warriors, you have one chance, one set more. And unfortunately, these were the knockout teams. So I do apologise of how the final series worked. Both teams are out, other lose. The both winners will play one spot in the grand final, which is Melbourne taking the win, victory 2-1. So, wow. Western United and Melbourne Victory. Western United and Melbourne City. That is played at Amy Park. We have a double hit over the weekend. On the 16th of May, Western United and Melbourne City and Melbourne Victory and Auckland. The winner goes one step. That is it. The best of two. The first 2 games will be played at Amy Park over that weekend. And then the winner will be going to Go Media Stadium, which is in Auckland, take on Melbourne Victory. And the other one stays in Melbourne, so they don't have to travel much. And it's the Melbourne City host this game. And one winner will go. And catch it all on Pounder Plus 10 and 10 Hat Shop. All on free-to-air. Check your local guards on the app. We will, if I do say, and one say, we will share this again. So the knockout finalists on the 27th of April in the women's competition was LA United defeated Western United at Cooper Stadium. Well done to the LA United. And Central Coast Mariners versus Canberra United, which is in the women's competition. So well done to the winners. And that was played on the 28th of March, 28th of April, the 4th of May. At Cooper Stadium, LA United had one chance of making grand final. First time in such a long time making finals. So well done to the LA United taking one step better. But it was Melbourne Victory taking the win. Will take on the grand final spot. And unfortunately a 2-0 victory. They went to Amy, the homes of the Matildas, semi-finals game 2. And on this was a big one. Central Coast Mariners taking a 1-0 victory. So we have a big showdown on the 18th of May at 2:45 Australian Eastern Standard Time at Amy Park. Melbourne Victory take on Central Coast Mariners. Catch it on 10 catch up and Paramount Plus, all live and free. Catch it all because this is going to be a big one. So I didn't know overall that the soccer's coming to an end, but thank you so much who have listened to the soccer and still enjoy watching a game of football of soccer because that's what it's all about to end the season. But this game should be a good entertainment of game. This game should be victory over Melbourne Victory. They should win this game comfortable, and I think it's going to be a 2-0 victory. I'm going to put that on the score, but I don't know that part. So that's all. Oh my goodness. Well, next time on the Australian Sport Edition show, we'll find out all the men's final series. Who will be playing in that grand final? Who will be playing? Is it Western Sydney? Is it the Western United or the Melbourne City? I'm going with Western United. I think they'll take the series and Auckland winning it. But I only going for Auckland to take that win, and I think Western United. I think they are going to be the team. I think they are going to be the teams to be playing in that grand final. So let's wrap this up now. Thank you so much, and not just thank you so much. Thank you for your support. It means a lot to me. It means to the competition of the A-League. But sharing this news to you, it's huge. We are really so close. Currently, we'll be hitting 880 downloads. But we'll be, by this, I'm hoping by Friday to coming. So, stay on this recording. So, I do apologise. The dates on my screen are not yet to be replyable. So, Friday coming. So, Friday the 16th of May. I would like to announce that I have 950 downloads, or I could have 925 and 950 by then. That's the game. But I would like to let you know, and I will continue to remind you all this goal is 1K. Where you can find it? The BJ Show Podcast Facebook page. You can also find it on Spotify and Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Type in the BJ Show on Google. You will see all the latest episodes on that. So thank you so much for listening to this episode with all the NRL, NBL 1, the Suncorp Netball Super Competition, and the A-League as well. Thank you so much for listening. See you all soon. The Aussie Footy Show SANFL extra episodes coming out soon. The special Mother's Day, the Nord South Adelaide Fortune reviews will be coming out very soon, so keep it all out for that. As well, the AFL reviews and Fortune's host, your co-host, Aidan Bailey, will be all on the Aussie Footy Show. So, okay, all with that and more. Alright, thank you so much for listening. The BJ Show is out. Bye for now. Peace.